To tell you, people want action to cut down crime in the city.
That's right. No one should know more about what's happening in the streets than NYPD Chief of Patrol Jeff Maddrey. He is the newly named Acting Chief of Department, which is the highest ranking uniform job in the city.
Yeah, so Chief, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Hazel. Good morning, Dan.
Good to see you.
So we have learned from an internal memo that from the department that you will be officially named Chief of Department later today. What can you tell us about that? Can you confirm that information for us, and what does it mean for you?
I didn't receive that word. As of right now, I'm the Chief of Patrol, and I'm just acting as the Chief of Department with the retirement of Chief of Department, Chief Ken Corey, and I wish him all the best. So I'm just filling the seat and, making sure there's continuity until the commissioner makes an official announcement. But I'm the Chief of Patrol still.
Okay. For at least the next couple hours, according to what we are being told. We shall see.
You'll have great sources.
All right, Chief. I want to begin right now with this new plan that was just announced about getting mentally ill and homeless off the streets. I'm sure you heard about this. There were reports this morning that said the NYPD was actually blindsided by the mayor's announcement. So was the NYPD at all involved in the conversations around what was just announced?
Dan, you can't believe everything you read in the Post. Right. The NYPD was not blindsided by this program that the mayor will be rolling out. They work with our legal department, our strategic initiative team. There's many people working on these sorts of plans. And I want everyone in New York to know that we've been doing this all year long. We've been working with removing homeless encampments, removing people off the subway, helping people get the services they need. So we've been doing this all year. And most importantly, people got to look at the intent of our mayor. His intent is to help people and do what's right for New York. And I think that's what matters the most. We're always planning and we're always fixing and adjusting our plans. And that's all this is.
Yesterday, the mayor listed a long list of criteria on what it would entail to bring somebody in. Do your officers have the ability to make that judgment on who is really unfit to be still on the street?
Well, we do significant training. Of course, when we roll out new things, there's always a training component. So our officers will absolutely be ready. And what we've been doing so far this year, we've been working with mental health crisis counselors. So we have a lot of professionals and a lot of partners that work with us and help us do these things.
So there'll be more training before this
Absolutely. We always train. That's a major part of anything that the NYPD does. We always train our officers.
Chief, I want to talk about what New Yorkers really felt going into this election season. One of the top issues for everybody was crime. Murders and shootings in the city down so far this year compared to last year. But all the other crime stats, as you know, are up. Larceny, transit crime, which is very big for so many, hate crime. Why do you see these numbers in these specific areas up, and what is being done to bring them down?
Well, of course, there were a lot of changes with, bail reform and things like that. And I think it did impact how we are handling crime and how crime is being addressed. But I'm very confident in New York, and I'm confident in our leadership in this city. We're going to pull through this, and we're going to turn around crime. A lot of our crime is driven, most of our crime is driven by grand larcenies, and a lot of that is very difficult to deal with. But we're going to start working on that, and we're going to continue to make the adjustments. The holiday season's coming up. We had a terrific Thanksgiving Day parade. We had a terrific tree lighting yesterday, and the men and women at NYPD were there to keep everyone safe. And we'll do that going through this holiday season. We'll make sure New Yorkers are safe, and we'll continue to work to protect and drive down crime.
Yeah, just last night, though, a 14-year-old shot down in Brooklyn, in the Bronx, rather. I'm sorry. A lot of folks in New York worried about shootings, and the U.S. Supreme Court just struck down New York's gun licensing law. What will that mean for policing here in the city?
Policing is going to continue to go on. We always make adjustments to changes in law. So even with this adjustment, with the Supreme Court's ruling and the gun laws, NYPD will make the adjustments. We'll find people who are still carrying illegal handguns, and people who are lawfully licensed, we'll address them as well and make sure we do it in a safe manner.
Chief, I want to talk about what's happening underground in the subways, because that's a big topic of conversation for so many who ride the subways and the lifeline of bringing New York back to where it was pre-pandemic. You have cameras in the subways. The governor talked about rollouts to cameras on the trains. We're not quite there yet. Do you believe, as the Chief of Patrol, Acting Chief of Department, that there should be maybe an officer on every single train?
having an officer on every train would be great, but it's unrealistic. We don't have the resources. This is why we depend on New Yorkers to be our eyes and our ears. We want our communities to talk to us. Let us know what's going on. If they think something's wrong, give us a call and let us know so we can come there and investigate beforehand. We don't have to wait for something bad to happen to alert the police and say, hey, this is something we may need to take a look at. So it's very important that New Yorkers know that we have increased our police presence in the subway, and if they see something, say something. Let us come out and do our jobs and investigate.
Hey, you're talking about a difficulty with manpower. I'm looking at the numbers here. More than 2,500 officers have filed to leave the department this year. Why so many? And what's being done to recruit people?
Well, our recruitment efforts are strong. The NYPD, we have a 20-year retirement plan, 22-year retirement plan for some officers. We can't force officers to stay. Sometimes there are better opportunities. Sometimes people just want to move along. They want a change of scenery. Our job is to continue to recruit the best and the brightest young people to come out here and work in the department. We have 600 officers right now who will be graduating in December. I'm quite sure another class will be going in right after that. We have over 1,000 new officers out in the street already, and you'll see them more during the holiday season. We're constantly bringing in new officers to backfill the retirements.
Yeah, because the numbers that are coming in aren't matching quite the numbers that are leaving.
Well, it takes a lot longer to recruit, and of course they have to go through 6 months of training, so it takes a little longer.
Chief, I do want to talk about this new NYPD TV show that you are having on YouTube. You have always been ahead of the curve when it comes to things on social media and all the things that you do in the social media world. Tell us about this new show and how it's really going to impact the community.
Well, it's something that we're working on.
You trying to take my job?
I would love to take your job. We can trade whenever you're ready. But it's something that we started. We went out into the streets. When I took over as the Chief of Patrol, I put a small team together, the community response team, to address the needs of New Yorkers. And as part of us going out and patrolling, we kind of memorialized everything that we do, just to really show that we're out here responding to what New Yorkers are asking for. And it's something that just started to pick up. We started realizing the videos were high quality, showing real police work. And the more we showed it off in the department to our legal teams, to our public information team, it's really picking up steam. So it's something it's not quite there, but it's something that we're looking to show to the public, to show the great work of the men and women of the NYPD.
Well, you've always been very involved in community outreach. So what are your plans for the holiday?
Well, this is my favorite time of the year. I love going out into the community. I love interacting with the young people. We are doing the holiday sleigh ride again. This will be year number 7. The last 2 years were tough because we were still in the pandemic, so I'm looking forward to bringing it back to full scale where we can go out and interact with young people and the parents too. I think the parents are more excited than the children. And we're going to bring out a lot of gifts to families and a lot of holiday spirit. And we have a lot of other things. We're going to go to hospitals and visit young people. We're going to have other setups where we'll just be bringing some holiday joy to families.
Very good. All right, Chief. A lot of people come, a lot of tourists, a lot of people are going to be. If it's not the tree, where are you telling people to go during Christmas in New York?
Well, we're going to publicly announce that on some of our social media platforms. So Community Affairs, Chief of Patrol, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We'll be posting our locations, but we'll be riding all over the city.
No, I mean a tourist. If a tourist is here and comes up and says, Chief, where should I go besides the tree?
Oh, the tourists to see me?
No, to see anything in New York. Holiday in New York.
Oh, holiday
Best
in
place
New York.
to go.
The tree, Times Square, Central Park,
There you go.
Prospect Park.
Central Park.
This is New York.
All right.
All 5 boroughs are lively during the holiday season.
There you go.
And we can expect to hear some news about you later today?
Mum's the word.
That says it all. All right. Acting Chief of Department Jeff Maddrey, thank you for being here in person.